What we try to do at Deep South is there's always more than one way of doing something. Even performing a particular maneuver in the ring, there's always more than one way of doing it.
Roll the left arm through. Good bump.
But what we do is we provide what we think is the best way to do it. And then we implement that into our training program. And of course, the number one priority is, first of all, you got to be in shape before you can do anything.
4, 5. So
we stress the cardio aspect of it, and you know, I mean, it goes back to the old saying, you can be a $250,000 Rolls Royce and everything, but if you don't have any gas in it, you're just sitting there, you might as well be a Volkswagen. The worst thing that a guy can do is he can have it all. He can be able to talk like hell on TV and on a microphone, and he can have an interesting persona, but if he goes up there and in 3 or 4 or 5 minutes in the ring and he blows up and his tongue's hanging out like a red necktie, then that's a reflection on us too. You know, and they say, what the hell is with this guy?
13! Come on, man.
It looks easy, it looks fun. It hurts.
That's when I had a long talk with Vince. And Vince was telling me exactly what he expected, what he wanted out of the developmental system. You know, he wanted guys that could perform in the ring. Not only do the talking and stuff on the microphone, which is a very important part of our business, you know. And they wanted guys that could talk, but everything. But the main factor that he wanted was guys that could perform in that ring, guys that knew their way around the ring, and guys that were well trained and well conditioned. I said, well, that's my forte.
So stop playing to the camera and doing it the right way.
I've been a coach in wrestling, coach in football.
Keep him there until he does something different.
Yeah. It's like Pavlov's theory, right? You ring the bell, you get the treat, you know? It's like raising a puppy. It's wrong. It's wrong. You don't do it. Why you don't do it? Because you land on your head. How many times are you gonna land on your head until you figure it out?
As soon as he makes a step, he goes like this. What are you doing?
You're their guidance counselor, you're their coach, you're their trainer, you're their friend, you're their enemy. But the bottom line is I'm here to get them there.
You can't be average. You gotta tell yourself you're not average right off the bat. You gotta be, you gotta tell yourself that you're well above average, and if you want to get into this business, you have to have heart. You got a lot of heart.
Good cover. I like it. As long as you got an answer. Welcome to Deep South.
Tired of spending hours and hours ironing out wrinkles? Fed up with burning and scorching delicate fabrics? Wish there were a better way to tackle that pile of ironing? Introducing the Deluxe Fabric Steamer from Conair, the fast, easy way to steam away wrinkles in up to half the time. The delicate fabric steamer easily removes wrinkles from stubborn blue jeans, then quickly glides over delicate silk, linen, lace, chiffon, even velvet without damaging. And it's the ideal way to steam press over buttons, zippers, stitching, and appliques without the hassle. Watch out, that iron is hot enough to pop a balloon and burn your clothes, but not the Deluxe Fabric Steamer. It removes the wrinkles without damaging the fabric. You can even steam press an entire business suit in up to half the time, and it's not just for clothes. Now you can steam press drapes to hang perfectly in your window, easily steam press duvet covers and quilts to look great on your bed, or quickly steam press tablecloths, linen napkins, and satin runners for an elegant setting. And because the Deluxe Fabric Steamer is safe for all fabrics, now you can perfectly steam press garments you used to take to the dry cleaner, saving you hundreds of dollars. The Deluxe Fabric Steamer comes with this detachable hose and this retractable clothes hanger for easy storage. And with this large capacity water tank, you can steam your entire wardrobe without refilling. Similar expensive devices have been used for years by professional dressmakers, fashion designers, and runway models. Now, on this special TV offer, get the Conair Deluxe Fabric Steamer for just 4 easy payments of just $29.95. Call now and we'll include this extra capacity water tank. Steam your entire wardrobe without refilling. We'll also send the exclusive Conair Creaser. Put sharp, smart creases in clothes, curtains, and more. But wait, you'll also get the extension wand. Great for hard-to-reach places. Foot controls for easy on and off and automatic cord storage. All this Conair quality for just 4 easy payments of $29.95. Get the Conair Deluxe Fabric Steamer and get professional results at home. Don't wait. Call now.
Call 1-800-551-1616 to order the Conair Deluxe Fabric Steamer for just 4 easy payments of $29.95 plus shipping and handling. That's 1-800-551-1616.
WWE sends a lot of talent to Deep South. To me, to look at, evaluate it for a week. Hey, this guy has a great look. Does he have what it takes? This guy's a different look. Does he have what it takes? This girl looks great. Does she have what it takes? And you have 5 days to make that evaluation. Just kind of put them through some stuff, depending on how they come in. PJ Friedman has 6 years experience, so I'm expecting a little more. There's a kid, Devin Nicholson, who has 5 years experience. He's now part of the amateur class, the non-contract kids. So we bring him in from time to time and let him work out with some of the guys. Big kid, 23, 290 pounds. Let's see what you got. David Heath, WWE superstar, coming back again. So he's here to train to get his ring legs back because he's been out of it for a while. So there's all kinds of reasons why there's new faces.
Oh, there was no kick out there.
I started watching wrestling when I was 7. First thing I ever saw was Macho Man Randy Savage do an elbow off the top rope, and I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The crowd went crazy, and I was just like instantly drawn into it, and I've watched it ever since. I started wrestling in Toronto when I was 18. Basically from like every show you go to, you network, and you meet people and you make connections, and they're like, hey, we want to use you for the next show, whatever. So I started managing, August 2000 was my first show, and I managed for about a year, just over a year, and then I started training to wrestle at a place called Squared Circle in Toronto, and just working the indies all over Canada, all over the United States. And then I did a little bit for TNA, and then from there I had sent some packages and some pictures and stuff to the WWE office, as Tommy Dreamer was the talent scout at the time. And in December 2004 I went to OVW, which is the other developmental center in Louisville, and I got hired through a tryout camp I did there.
The drill is headlock takeovers.
You can't just take a guy and develop him in one area and leave him weak in another area and pronounce him ready to go up.
Good bump.
Because they're not the complete package as far as I'm concerned. So consequently, I would rather keep a guy here a few extra months and then work on his weak spots, give us a few extra months to work on these weak spots so we can develop a more rounded package.
Time.
And then, of course, there's no substitute for experience. And once they get up there and they get to perform in front of huge crowds, and they get to perform under stressful conditions and so on, that's experience for them. That's experience that it's invaluable experience for them.
If she's big enough to take you down, she's big enough to take your leg, right? Pop your hip so his head doesn't get so close. Okay. You got him. You're taking him good. Just pop that hip.
I call it phony wrestling. It becomes someone who could walk in this door and do what I do, then I'm not doing it right. Or if he can do it, then why have I been doing it? There's a proper way to do things.
I want you to watch. I'll show you. Okay. Every time, Sonny, the headlock, he does this.
Okay.
What are you doing? Where's the headlock? Even here, with one hand, right?
Yes.
Right? As soon as you do this, you pop your elbow and get the out of there. You're not doing anything. Just please stay with me so we do a drill. Okay? We talk about it all the time. Here it is.
But would he do it when he's in mid-air?
He's not mid-air. As soon as he goes like, as soon as he makes a step, he goes like this.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
Listen.
Just pop him. Just pop. Just as soon as he puts me in it. Sooner or later, you don't want the guy to push you out. You're gonna keep it right.
Yes.
And this is a TV business now, and there's 5 cameras, and you know, if I'm sitting there doing this, there's no intensity in that. There's nothing believing that I'm gonna hurt you or someone's gonna hurt me.
There you go. There's no no way that Mike Taylor can get hurt on this. Guess who's gonna get hurt? It was a good bump, Dan, but you had no choice.
You have to have an appreciation for what you're doing. So I'm a firm believer in doing it to everyone so they know that, yeah, that hurts, or that's a position I don't want to be in. So now when they do it, they appreciate the situation you're in. Because every time you do it, there is a risk of being injured. It's choreographed, it's phony, it's fake, it's pre-planned. Every day I get in the ring, there's a risk of being injured. Broke my neck, and I didn't do it because it was choreographed. I did it because it's a risk you take. Guys, girls, and you've seen it. There's no excuse with me when you're in Deep South for lazy, for just going through the motions. If you want to go through the motions, you're in the wrong business.
Do you love spending hours working out at the gym? If you do, the Total Gym is not for you.
But if you want one of the fastest, most effective workouts ever, then the Total Gym is for you.
For our 10th anniversary, we have an incredible deal.
You can try the Total Gym in your home for an entire month, risk-free.
We'll ship you a Total Gym at our expense. If you don't see a remarkable change, just send it back, and we'll return every penny you were charged. But if you're like most of us, once you try it, you'll never want to be without it again.
Just 1 year on the Total Gym and I've lost 45 pounds.
So take our risk-free challenge and get the body you've always wanted. Why go to the gym when you can own one?
Call the number on your screen for our anniversary special. Try the Total Gym in your home risk-free for 60 days. We'll pay shipping and handling. Call now.
For those who believe, no explanation is necessary. For the non-believers, no explanation would ever be enough. So, consequently, if they want me to try to explain professional wrestling to them, this is basically the way I explain it. If, and you do, have great athletes out there, and these guys undeniably are some of the best athletes in the world, if not the best athletes in the world, because they go out there in that ring and they do things that no other athlete in any other profession can do. And when you go out there in that ring on a nightly basis and you are executing moves that, if you are off just maybe 1 or 2 degrees, could end up in serious injury or death, or even sometimes a career-ending injury.
No place for Big Boy to go but down!
That's no longer fake, that's stark reality.
It's the double stop from Suede.
And stark reality is what these guys live on every night that they go into that ring.
Into the ropes.
In my opinion, as long as the fans sit there and they watch these guys go out there on a nightly basis and perform, and these guys go out there and give 110%, bust their ass, and have great performances, and when the fans leave that night, the fans feel that they have been thoroughly entertained by these guys, then what difference does it make?
The one thing everybody hates to hear, and I mean, I'm definitely one of them, is that it's fake, because it's not fake at all, you know. And so for somebody to just be like, oh, that's easy because it's phony and you just do this and that, whatever, it's the exact same thing that everybody would say. Bill would say it, anybody would say it. Get in the ring and try it, you know. And if I mean, we know a lot more, I can guarantee, than somebody who's just been maybe watching and wants to get in and try it.
David Heath now on the attack. It's the playmaker, and it does connect right in the middle of the... Douglas just snaps the back of Suede.
The main thing is that these guys are going out there risking their lives and their limb every night to entertain and perform in front of these people.
All he
asked respect O'Reilly to walk away, and now O'Reilly won't be able to walk it off.
It's Billisms. You know, anywhere else you'll never hear anybody saying time. My guys know when I say time, that's the end of it. Get to your back. There's no intensity in what they're doing. It goes back to going through the motions. It goes back to, why are you here? If you're 6'8" and 285 pounds, someone saw something in you and sent you here to do something. Now you're gonna walk through it and get through the day and say, whew, that was a tough one, or you're gonna work it out. My theory is if you're just going through the motions, or it's not, if I don't believe it, then you can't make 30,000 people believe it. The bottom line in Deep South is you work how you train. So my people, again, Deep South, my people train as if every day is WrestleMania. And until they hear that time, until they see that watch, and until they see the glasses come off, then they go, crap, I should have been more intense. And if that's what it takes, great, because if they fix it here, and they fix it for Deep South TV, and they fix it for the Deep South fans and our television, then when they get to Vince McMahon, the WWE, no one's gonna ever tell them they're not intense, it's not believable, and they don't know their craft.
The network created for men, by men, about men.
Want to meet a MAV TV bikini girl? Want to party with MAV TV in a guy's ultimate playground? Enter to win MAV TV's Bikini All-Stars contest. Text bikini to the number 70777 from your cell phone to enter to win. You'll also receive MAV TV bikini wallpaper. Winner stays at MGM Grand and parties at Pure Nightclub. Round trip air to Las Vegas included. Text bikini to the number 70777 from your cell phone to enter to win. You'll also receive MAV TV bikini wallpaper.
Yeah, that's fine. Every time I see a wage, I lose the money that I wait, so I can wait until trophy.
I was always a fan, and you know, always, gosh, since I was a little kid, loved wrestling. I mean, my poor big brother. He's my big brother, but he's actually a little bit smaller than me. He's gonna kill me when he sees this. But we would wrestle in the morning. They'd have Saturday morning wrestling. Sure enough, I'd be jumping off of the sofa. You know, one time actually, I jumped off. He hit the side table and got a huge cut. And we're like, shoot, we should tell mom and dad. We'll have to wake him up. Sure enough, the blood started getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, I got like all kinds of towels on it. Sure enough, he went to the emergency room, and that was my first slam, my first body slam, I think. About 7 years old, 7, 8 years, something like that. Played lots of sports. I was always a jock. Basketball, football, track, baseball, you name it. My old man had me in it. My parents never let me quit anything. Always made sure I was the best on every sport.
You know, we go out, and people all the time they say, my goodness, are you a professional athlete?
I got into the mortgage business, real estate. Eventually opened my own company. Went real well. Then I tried out for the Tough Enough, which was about 1.5 years ago, $1 million one. Made that. Made it to like the top 5.
Duck! What are you doing?
Got offered a contract. Unfortunately, at the time I couldn't shut down my mortgage company. So waited about 1.5 years. And here I am.
And then they look at me and they say, you're a wrestler.
We got Canadians. We got guys from California. We got guys from Arizona, New York, Pennsylvania, Florida. You know, they're from everywhere. Jake is very, very smart, and he learns quick. And his progress is coming along very rapidly. I think he needs we need to work a little bit harder with him on his ability to interview.
You know, I like to build for the climax. I'm going to leave the audience wanting more.
And so on, but his physical strength and everything, and his amateur background and stuff is going to pull him through.
You better get 5, at least 5, God.
Majors, I think they've got a tremendous future ahead of them. They're bright kids, maybe a little bit weak yet on their interview skills.
The Major Brothers never give up without a fight.
Big George he's a walking phenomenon.
Because on TV, he's 400 pounds.
You know, really, I mean, he's a guy that big that can move like he moves. And George can talk.
You have to be coachable. Just like in a job, you have to be able to follow directions.
George is going to be one of those guys that I refer to as a complete package.
You would grace me with your presence.
The Deacon is a walking phenomenon. He was one of those guys that I said he has no chance in hell of ever making in this business. But I noticed there was something about him. The more he would screw up, the damn harder he would try.
I have a target on my back every day, brother.
And he's developed into a very marketable commodity, physically and verbally. Oleg Brodus, he's a great athlete. You know, he's 4 or 5 times world sambo champion. He puts passion where it's needed and logic where it's needed. So consequently, he has an excellent interview.
Damn, the one time I sell.
Ray Gordy is searching for himself.
And I'm losing weight, so I'm blowed up.
He's not a very big guy, but he's a very solid, compact cruiserweight. Kofi is a phenomenal athlete.
Go!
He's got a good head on his shoulders. He talks well.
Now, if Kofi Kingston were to defeat Montel Vontavious Porter,
He lacks the experience that it's going to take to get him up to big time, but by the same token, he learns quickly because he applies himself. I don't think you can come up with any task that's too difficult for him to undertake.
Very good.
Tommy Swade, great athlete, needs to find himself as a personality. Mike Taylor is one of the best around. I think the only thing that's holding Mike Taylor back is the fact that they haven't found the right situation for him to go up in. Tony is he's one of those paranoid guys that the only thing that's going to keep Tony from making it is Tony. Damus has had a couple of little setbacks, not really anything due to his ability. He's young and he's very intelligent, he's very athletic. Bradley J is another one. He has all the physical tools, he has all the mental tools, he's a very, very astute student. He isn't above taking criticism. He loves advice. He thinks all the time. He's a thinking wrestler, and in this day and age, you gotta be able to think.
Your winner, and still Deep South Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Bradley James. Today is the best day of your life.
If you're interested in starting a legitimate home-based business, the Work at Home Institute may be the answer.
Honey, we really do need this addition to the house.
Yes, but at these prices, we're going to have to save for years.
You could turn your life around by logging on right now. The service is free. We provide you legitimate work-at-home opportunities plus extensive information about the work-at-home industry, its laws, regulations, and expansive benefits that could change your life.
You know, Dave's got a great job, but there never seems to be enough money. And with 3 kids, I don't think we can afford college.
Oh, have you ever thought of working from home? You should see this website Dan found.
Don't wait. Log on now. Earn extra money. Be your own boss. Set your own schedule and spend more time with the ones you love. Whether it's money for college education, credit card debt, or just the freedom to live your life the way you've always dreamed of, make today the best day of your life.
Log on to 97wahi.com.
Beyond the hype, beyond the Hollywood spin, only one movie tells the real story of Texas high school football. Introducing Power, Passion, and Glory, the real story of Texas football madness. Narrated by veteran sportscaster Pat Summerall, it's the riveting true story of the most dramatic season ever for the Salina Bobcats, the winningest team in Texas football history, as events force them to defend their champion status against overwhelming odds. It's a story of courage, inspiration, and what it takes to win. Nothing is scripted, nothing is staged, nothing is rehearsed. It's a true-life documentary reviewers have called filmmaking brilliance, a great film, and a story that will touch your heart. Go online to ppgthemovie.com or call toll-free to order your very own crystal clear surround sound DVD or get it on VHS. Call to order Power, Passion, and Glory today.
You're watching MAV TV.
At the end of every session, every day, both sessions, we run matches. Because after all, wrestling is wrestling matches. You get in there and you go 6, 7, 8, 15 minutes. Today we had Jake Hager, who's the All-American, against Tony Santorelli, who's one half of the tag team champions here in Deep South. And the idea, there's 3 rules as far as I'm concerned when you get in my ring in this arena. The first one is you protect your opponent. The second one is you make the person in there better than what he is, because now you're drawing money. If you and I have a storyline and you and I are wrestling and you're great and I'm terrible, then we're not gonna make any money and we move on. So I teach them that everybody in the ring is gonna be better than what they are. Well, today was the day where Jake Hager, who's green, very relatively new, been here just over a month. Tony Santorelli, been in professional wrestling a little over 6 years, I believe. Stayed on the mat for 9 minutes. It disgusts me. It was lazy. There was no thought. There was no leader, and there was no follower. It was just 2 guys doing something to get through 9 minutes. And if you have 9 minutes on national television and you do that, I'm clicking to Laverne and Shirley. And then if I'm clicking, that means somebody else is clicking. I sit over at that table and I tell them, is that the 5 minutes you want to give Vince McMahon? Or is that the 9 minutes you want to give him? And Jake being the younger, inexperienced one, then Tony should have taken the bull by the horns and brought Jake up to where Tony is. Instead, Tony went down to where Jake is comfortable, and Jake not wanting to overstep his bounds. It was boring. I was disgusted by it. Sometimes I take it personally.
Tony, why are you not flattening out? You know how to catch him on a cross body. You squat him down like this as safe as you can get and then roll backwards. Not to me, to him.
You're gonna be lazy in the ring, I'm gonna get you before the day's over. Which goes back to if I ever push them too hard, no. Because they're not, these kids they're not dumb. They find ways around it in their mind. But at the end of the day, it's still win-win for me because it's my mind. But yeah, I don't care for, it goes back to lead or follow. It's an illusion, You make the guy better than what he is because now I'm married to you for 6 months. You and I are gonna make a lot of money. It's hard for a kid to follow someone who's not being a leader. And you'll find as time goes on, Jake Hager's gonna be a leader. Jake Hager's got a good future in WWE and in Deep South.
I made a deal with Bill DeMont. It's a big no-no. We'll see how bad the rest of the day is in my underwear.
What we try to do at Deep South There's always more than one way of doing something. Even performing a particular maneuver in the ring, there's always more than one way of doing it.
Good luck.
But what we do is we devise what we think is the best way to do it.
It looks easy, it looks fun. It hurts.
You make a deal with me, then you have to live by the deal.
Well, can I do it with breast
Yeah, no, now you're putting stipulations. Either you have it or you don't. You have it?
I got it.
Okay, you're going to do it with truth.
Brian Majors made a bet that he could take one of the biggest guys, Deacon, and judo throw him.
Time, everybody get a drink. Good, Mike. Oh, except for Brian and Drew.
Brian Majors didn't do it, and he trained for the next 45 minutes in his underwear. Very embarrassing.
And no armor roll either. No, underwear. Under Armour's not underwear, bitch.
So you really got to do it.
Yeah, there's no other way. I mean, just to run and squat the rest of the day, so it's a little bit of a break.
Listen, there's no fluff in here. No, you stay right like that. That wasn't part of the deal. We made a deal. And you're wasting my black tape.
Oh, you're getting a close-up on that. Look bigger on that.
Get up!
Real underwear. Don't make deals to build them up. You're going to lose. You're going to make it, bro.
Everyone's got tape.
The little things that they laugh about, they're all lessons. In his bare feet and everything, he did everything he was supposed to do. He was just humiliated by it. But I had fun.
I'll still make stupid bets. It's just the way it works. Thanks for practice fun.
Six minutes a day, 4 minutes.
When we take one guy and single him out, 9 times out of 10 it's because he does it the right way. In that case, it was Mike Taylor. It was a judo throw. Head up. Big difference to what you did to him and what Mike did to him. And just different. How many different ways can you take the guy over out of a headlock? There's a lot more to wrestling. Everything is legitimate. There's takedowns. There's holds that snap ligaments. Things that take somebody. The idea is to take him down and hurt him. There's no questions asked. You're going. He's taking it. You're going.
Everybody who's here is here for one common reason. They all have something to offer this business. Whether it's a manager,
Chrissy Vane, general manager, is on the ramp.
whether it's a referee, whether it's a diva, whether it's a superstar.
What do you think about the big deal?
Whether it's what they call a mid-card guy you see every week, but he wins some, he loses some, and then you have guys who are just bodies. Everybody here will do something in wrestling. I don't believe everybody here will do what they think they're going to do.
Your position. Wait a minute. You've been out there for every one of my matches. You've seen what's going on. You've been writing it down. You've been watching.
Everyone comes from somewhere else to want to wrestle, to be a sports entertainer.
From the concrete jungle of Los Angeles, California, at a total combined weight of 525 pounds, Eric Perez, Sonny Siaki, G-Rilla, Urban Assault.
Everybody here has a better shot at it than anywhere else in the country, because we will find, with their help, with the person's help, they're going to let me know who they are. They're going to let Joe know what their special talent is.
I am standing backstage with the toughest man to ever wear a dress.
And we're going to turn that into something. And that's why you have a 110-pound girl that could wrestle any guy.
Angel Williams now shot down. Connects in the middle of the ring. Hook
Because if someone grabs that and runs with it, that girl is gonna be not only rich and famous, she's gonna have a career. She's gonna be exactly what she came here for, professional wrestling. Just because you're 7 foot tall and 400 pounds doesn't mean you're gonna make it. But I'm gonna find something in you that you don't know you have, and we're gonna present it, and they're gonna go, ooh. And then what you do with it once you get there, you know, it's up to the individual. I don't think everybody is gonna make it. I think everybody's gonna have the opportunity.
You have to understand my position, don't you? You're the one behind all this. I am the general manager.
If you're in the ring and you said take it outside and show them there, Dave Taylor, who's an excellent trainer, Dave Taylor's a third generation wrestler from England. I mean, there's Olympians in his family. He's done everything in his business. Dave's getting ready to go on the road again with SmackDown, and Dave teaches techniques that are unbelievable. But for one of my guys to, if you did it wrong in the ring, and I say fix it, and you're showing them wrong on the outside, then that's where we draw the line. And I put a lot of stock in the guys being able to show the next guy or the new guy coming in, because they've all learned the same way. But I'm not a big fan of showing somebody something wrong, because if he shows it wrong, then he should have to get it done to him, so that he knows why he taught the guy the wrong way.
No.
When do you let Bill show me?
Is that not it?
No, that's not it.
How is it then?
It's the.
We've never done this?
I'm asking. I thought I had it right.
Dan, you showed Dan. Red's not allowed to show anybody anything.
Imagine you and your robot friend.
Chantel could take any man in a wrestling.
Nice bump.
Chantel is what, 5'2", if she's 100 pounds soaking wet. And she's just a new age of women in wrestling. She came to Deep South with the ability. Our job is easy because we just get to polish her up and show her some things and teach her a few things. But what did we just talk about? What did we just talk about? I'd put any one of my girls against any guy in any roster anywhere.
The BOO's on him. Pop your hip so his head doesn't get so close. You got him. You're taking him good. Just pop that hip.
It is odd. I mean, anybody who saw any of my girls, and by my girls I mean Deep South, who sees any of my girls, they would never think they could do it. My theory in this building and in wrestling, in sports entertainment, is that the bottom line is these girls may never have to be physical in their whole career.
Someone else would have done that to you. You'd have been in my office going, Bill, you got a minute?
But that one time they ask me to do something, they're going to be able to do it.
I was always very athletic in school. I was a cheerleader, I played softball, and I also did theater for a very long time. Then when I got out of school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And my brother and my dad had been wrestling fans, but I hadn't really, I kind of watched it on and off. And then I went to a live event, a Raw or SmackDown, and I just fell in love with the spectacle of it. I was 19. I just fell in love with it, and I was just like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like, I had to do it, and I researched on the internet schools around my area, and then I just started up a school at 19, and it took me 5 years to get here.
They can only be pretty for so long. The most beautiful women, after a while, you're sick of seeing them. You've seen it, you've done it, I get it, you got the mole, you're hot, you're attractive. But now, if you're physical and you can take a man and do what you do and still be beautiful and still be, eye candy, you've got a career. And I tell every girl that when they first meet me. You're a good looking girl, you're a pretty face. When a pretty face is just an average face, what do you got left?
It sucks to be like girly girl around things. This is a man's sport. It is. We're women in a man's sport. So to be girly and be a girl and stuff, to me, like, I hate that. Like, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I train hard do what I do, and I love going in there and going at it with the guys. It's fun. You can learn a lot from wrestling with the guys too. Bill, he's great. You know what I mean? Like he if it's something that he thinks like no way, like the girl will die, then he'll be like, maybe girls do something a little less, you know, whatever. But I mean, we go with the guys all the time, and he expects it, and I appreciate that he expects it, because getting treated like a girl is kind of crappy.
Nothing would grab my attention more after watching a girl in Playboy and all these other things and on the cover of WWE and everything else, and all of a sudden see her wrestle when I didn't think she could. That would blow me away, and now you've got my attention for another 2, 3, 4 years.
I've been here a year and a half, and last year when I gave Bill his Christmas card, I wrote a letter, because you know, you think you're good when you get hired by WWE. You think you're like, oh, I'm great, that's why they hired me. But really, when you come here, you learn so much more. And I told Bill, I said, I'm 200 times the worker and the wrestler I ever was before I came here. And it's because of him and what I worked on here and what I learned here.
All the divas that come from Deep South, and they're going to know who they are, because they're not going to be in it just for like the bus ticket. They're going to make a career. I kind of pride myself on telling everybody, you're going to be able to answer whatever they want from you.
It doesn't matter how they do it, as long as I take my bump. As long as you post, as long as you go and come off your feet and take this, Big George could on drag you, and you could take, you know, your own bump. Why? Oh!
I hate taking that bump. I get so scared. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
Dan Rodimer is relatively new.
Hey, Dan, how would you feel if someone did that to you right now?
3, 4 weeks maybe in Deep South. Dan was Tough Enough. I was his trainer at the Tough Enough, the $1 Million Tough Enough. I've been with Dan over the years. We've talked. I like Dan. Dan's got a ton of potential in that ring and for Deep South and WWE. But Dan is green.
Hurt. But it's okay because it didn't happen to you?
He's new. You take a man, you do something you don't know, and the energy's there, and cameras are there, and people are there, and you don't want to mess up, and at the same time, you got a big 6'7", 280-pound athlete, and he literally dumped another athlete right on his head.
You all right? Some ice. Matter of fact, Dan, you get him some ice.
And for the sake of Tommy Swade, who happened to be, you know, on the receiving end of that, he could have been hurt very bad. Instead, he's going to have a sore neck and a headache for 3 or 4 days, and you know, bounce right back hopefully. But being new, you try to do things that you think you can do because you've seen it. Dan has learned things. He wants to use those things and apply them. Great. I love the energy, but at the same time, it was a good. Everybody else go, oh my goodness. Me, it's a good lesson for everybody in the room.
Everybody has a character inside them.
Because Ryan, you know me as well as anybody. Exactly what I got planned for you tonight. It's what I've done to you in the past. You seem to forget.
And everybody has a different character inside them.
I, the Queen Diva, Angel Williams.
So for people to go outside themselves and try to develop a character that isn't really them.
Because what matters is proving to all these fans that I'm worthy of a victory.
To me, is counterproductive. So consequently, what I say and what I preach and what Bill preaches, and we all agree on, is go down deep inside yourself and bring out the personality that's in there inside you.
Well, this situation has recently been brought to my attention.
Hello, old friend.
I've always been, you know, little Miss Chris Pot. I mean, I always got my hair done, my makeup done, and I translated that to wrestling.
Well, Angel, you know I consider the Divas to be one of the most important parts of this show.
That had to be my bad guy. I could not be like a bitch because I'm like way too nice. I was born in the South, you know. My mom and daddy taught me how to be polite.
You better just remember who you are talking to, because I am now in a position where I don't have to take that from you or from anybody else.
Boom, boom, boom. Kofi Kingston has been graced with an opportunity to do.
So go down deeper inside instead of trying to go off the wall and do something or somebody that you're not really familiar with and you're certainly not comfortable with.
What exactly did you say or do to change his mind?
And I worked with the guys all the time, and Bill was like, you know, let's just see how everybody works and whatever. And as soon as I got in the ring, he goes, you're a heel.
Kind of makes me feel even stronger that you did something sneaky and underhanded, not to mention immoral.
It's a little more confusing for him when that red light's on. I mean, it's easier for a lot of people to get in front of a crowd and do your thing as it is getting in front of Neil Pruitt with the red light on the camera, and it's that oh crap mode.
The one thing that's different this time is this. You thought I was dangerous before. You have no idea the lengths I will go to make sure I do not lose.
You cannot develop your character, because everybody has a character somewhere, until you learn your business, your trade.
You got the kind of personality where everything you can do, you can talk about yourself in third person.
It's their pleasure. They're thrilled to see me. And I know you're thrilled to interview me. So, without further ado, we'll just cut to the chase and let me do what I do best. Excuse me.
So you come in here with these grand ideas of I'm a magician. I don't know any magic, but I'm a magician. Well, then that stinks.
Introducing first from Kingston, Jamaica, weight 222 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
You cannot be a magician if you don't know magic. So part of who you are has to be in your character.
If you bring that character out from in here, then you don't have to worry about all that. It just flows. It comes right out because all you're doing is being yourself. And that's what I believe in.
So what is going on? Well, Angel, you know I consider the Divas to be one of the most important parts of this show. I mean, I plan on pushing the Divas. I plan on pushing their careers just as far as I can possibly push them. Yeah, right.
Your wrestling has to back up what you say, because in Deep South TV, just like in WWE TV or just like anywhere else, what you say is what you have to do.
You can pull that off if you do it the right way.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
They say Brad J winning the championship was a fluke.
That's interesting.
They say it. I think you talking about yourself in the third person might work. But no, there's no pronouns. I, they, we, him.
Queen Diva, Angel Williams.
This isn't the first time that we've got it on.
I'm gonna pick you apart. Do you understand me?
Strap your boots on real tight, boy.
You know what? You better take your little trampy rear end right out on here. Get out of my office. You just get out of here. I don't have to listen to this. I am the general manager. You get out. Now, I know you did it.
Imagine a foundation for men watching math.
It was a rinky-dink little bar, and I was there with a couple pro football players that are buddies of mine. Sure enough, we walk up, guy goes, sorry, we have a dress code. So I was like, dude, are you serious? He's like, sorry, you can't get in. So my buddy's pulling out money trying to give it to the guy's like, no. I was like, look, you may not know who I am. I'm kind of a big deal. So sure enough, that line has never left me.
Who punched you in the mouth yesterday, Dan? Gonna get punched in the mouth and get paid.
1, 2, 3, back out.
He's got all the physical tools, but you got to learn to control the ego. Everybody's got to have an ego. I'm not saying dispose of your ego, because nobody's going to be successful if you don't have some sort of ego. The ego is what drives you to be successful and so on. The trick is learning to control that ego and keep it under control.
The question is, what do you think about your opponent for tonight's match?
Luscious, do you want to touch the big deal?
I'm not saying that Dan is this way. I'm just saying I'm using this as a for instance. And all of a sudden his head's as big as a watermelon and he thinks he knows it all. He thinks he's ready to go up and take his place among the superstars at SmackDown or at Raw or anywhere else up there with the WWE. Then that's losing control of your ego. And when you let your ego control your actions and so on, and what happens is you don't realize that you're doing it, but you're closing your mind to your learning processes.
This interview is over.
And once you close your mind to your learning processes and everything, that's as far as you are ever going to go ability-wise. I've been in this business over 50 years, and I have never, and still never, closed my mind to learning process. I learn from these kids. Sometimes I learn what not to do, but I still learn from these kids.
I got to get get in front of the camera, got to get better. Getting in the rings, got to get a lot better. I'm always working on my physique. Want to make sure that my cardio is there. But mostly right there. The more knowledge I can get in that ring, the better wrestler I'll be.
Here's the big deal, Dan Rudheimer!
If you're doing this because these TV cameras are here, I will. No, listen, but I don't even want any answers. You make a deal with me, then you have to live by the deal.
What's that? Real underwear model.
I'd put any one of my girls against any guy in any roster.
Nice bump. Hey, Dan. How would you feel if someone did that to you right now?
Everybody is a character. Everybody has a character inside them.
It's going to be far and few between when you see Big George, G-Rilla, his wrestling, moniker, is ever going to be taken off his feet.
You ready?
Oh, no.
Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Give me some ice. Stay right there. Just relax your leg. Relax your leg. Relax. Sorry for what, dude? Relax your leg.
But you will see him over the top rope. Make no mistake. Here it is. But to the floor, for a big 6'9", 400-pound guy, that's a hell of a fall.
Does that hurt? Okay, I got it. You see it?
Yeah, it's just one.
I got it. You see me move it back?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Okay? Who's got that cellophane wrap? Go grab that out of the locker room. Did you feel me move it back?
Yeah.
That was good. that was like fixing the broken nose in Longest Yard. It was all the way over here. Just went,
What was it?
his knees out.
Back in?
Yeah. That's what I do, dude.
How's that?
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Someone hold the ice for Bill.
Can you get in your back now?
Mike Taylor got the ice for me, George.
Hey, here's the thing. You see that? That's metal.
Yes, sir.
See that? That's skin. What's going to win every time?
The metal won that one.
Good. Hopefully next week you'll try it again and try not to beat it. Where's that? Hold
They
up.
only had one XXL. The extra large is cutting the circulation out. So they ordered me another one.
Listen, you big son of a bitch.
I took it though.
You did take it. Took it like a champ. If you were a professional, you would have finished the spot.
Sorry, that's why I'm in.
See, there's a shot.
Slow clap or slow clap.
Get over there. I want that leg. I want the. Did you see it? Did you see it? He was all in like this. How's that feel?
I went over the top rope, banged my stuff up pretty good. You guys had it on film. I think you laughed about it enough. That could have been out. You know? I mean, I'll always have a little extra kneecap right there. But I ran the ropes today, you know, it's not bothering me anymore. So I got a little, I did this on TV. Hopefully they'll get edited out, but, you just gotta, for me, I'm having the thrill of a lifetime.
Oh, God, help, coach.
You know what happened while you were in the store? Your brand new car just got bombarded with dents. It seems like the world...
Time! Get the f out. So every time someone screws the pooch or does something wrong, they know it and they get mad at themselves, just tell them to get out. It's more humiliating to get out of the ring and walk around the gates and open the door and actually stand outside like a little kid and then get told, okay, come back in, because that's the ha-ha here.
Bill's gonna get mad. You gotta get it right. What's wrong with you? Huh?
Sorry, dude.
Come on. You've been here 6 months now. Get it right.
The ha-ha, you gotta make things easy because it gets tight in 3, 4, 5 hours of training. So anytime anybody's told to get out or get the bleep out, that's the point where they know, okay, now I can take it down a minute. It's not as bad as it. So yeah, that's a thing. And some people take it the wrong way, but if you get thrown out enough, you get to figure it out that he's giving me a break without me actually coming and being human and saying, take a break, I kick you out.
Well, I get him and I tug him down, but then when you guys do it, you guys are...
Don't make me come back. Right? Get it right. You're the veteran here.
That's sad.
Yeah, you're the veteran. 2 years, he's a veteran.
That's gonna be good. Shoot that up. Smack down.
Smack down you.
Hey! What are you actually going for here, Dan?
Just reach down.
Why?
You're not reacting. You're going on what you think you should be doing, right? No reaction. Put your head out of your ass. I think it's because you swallow that gum every day now. He's walking towards.
What are you doing, Dan? Why? Oh, everybody get in line.
I got it.
Tommy, start backdropping people.
Better bump, good bump. Don't you dare go, don't you dare go.
Duck! Stop! What did you do? What would you do?
I do close like you said, don't you dare do
I
it.
said I want him to duck.
Oh.
I didn't say kick him in the balls. Start over, do it again. Dan.
Don't get the clothes on, don't just walk out.
Yeah.
Run, hit the ropes, come on.
I mean, there's got to be something, you know what I mean? And if you don't go, you're staggering, because you would stagger anyway, you look up and boom, clean caught.
He's tattooed on the rest of that shit on his back. Yeah.
What are you doing? Duck! Time!
Everybody get a drink.
If you're doing this because the TV cameras are here, I will. No, listen, but I don't want you. I don't even want any answers. I'll talk to you after class for that. What? You got other shit on your mind? I got shit on my mind. Okay, but what's the rule here? When you walk in this door, nothing else matters but what? But it's not that, Bill. It's when I come in and I'm hot because you yell at me. I haven't yelled at you. No, but you tell me to get out. Right. And then you don't tell me what I did wrong. Then you tell me to get back in. Wait a minute. Did I send you out there with someone to fix it? But then everybody else tells me 4 different things. So then when I get in there, I'm thinking about 4 different things. Okay. Okay. And then I get back in there, I f it up, you're like, get the fuck out. And you're like, now we're gonna do backdrops. I'm like, what are we doing backdrops for? Because I don't even know what I did wrong before that. Right, so here's the problem with jumping ahead of things and doing a drill when you don't understand why you're doing it. So we went to backdrops because that's why you didn't know. But I did. I still understand I did because you didn't tell me exactly what I did wrong. But you're watching 30 other people do it. But then what one time did you ask the question? You just jump in there. So I'm letting you jump in there. I'm letting you car crash. I'm not car crashing you. You're car crashing me. Instead of listening and watching and picking somebody's brain, I'm standing over here. The whole time you're over there giggling and shooting with everybody else. What time did you come to me and ask me? What time? What time did you go to Dave? I asked you, and you told me to go over there and talk to them. Right. And did they tell you? Everybody told me something different that I was doing wrong. And when did you come to me? Outside. When did you come to me? Send me outside. When did you come to me? When did you come to me? Right when I got out. Right now. No, you did not come to me and say, explain it to me. And every time I say, Dan, watch, you're jumping in there and going herky-jerky. I'm not the one making you run all over the place and do things wrong. That's why I want to talk to your office and make a big deal. Okay, you just made a big deal. I didn't. You're the one who jumped up and started getting loud, not me. You weren't getting loud. Ray, was that loud? That was loud, brother. That was almost calling out. Yes. I feel a lot better now. Good. As long as you can vent and feel better, that's why I'm here. I'm here for you to throw darts at me and blame me for it. Go get a drink. I think that if you don't go get a drink right now, I could accidentally stab you in your heart.
I was 37 years old. I looked like I was...
This is MAV TV, the network created...
Wednesday, try to get everybody in the ring, and we try to just warm them up, and we're gonna run some matches. Just like anything else in Deep South, went a little bit to the left.
Kofi, come down here. Devin, come down here. Yeah. Go to Dave Taylor. Oh, at least that time you didn't go.
Build them out, slap Kofi Kingston in the face. And warming up turned into shutting down.
These are the things I pondered during my daily routine of beating people up mentally and physically.
I played football, track, all that, wrestling, high school, college, and a lot of these athletes. Jake Hager, let's use Jake again. All-American 2 times. Football, Wrestle.
Fix those hands, Jake.
You're dipping it. And your size, you kind of come off and catch the wrong guy. Or a guy, you know, I'm just expecting this. So, you know, if I'm already banged up, you know what I mean? Just from whatever, from anything, and you know, my neck's broken. So I'm gonna come in and you're gonna drive that shoulder. I'm gonna go, okay, cool. I'm not ever gonna complain about it. But you better believe when you're on the receiving end of it, I'm coming with something bigger than the shoulder, you know what I mean? It's just, here, just stand up, that's it. We've been through this. Lift your inside leg. There it is, dude. Bring your left hand in. Boom, every time. Just don't drive. No, I know you want to drive it, but you got to stop because it's going to turn around. This thing is chronic. It'll never go away. Once you get hit here enough, you'll be like, yeah. Habits. Break that habit.
Me and Bill have you know, some history, obviously, from Tough Enough. So I like to bust his chops, and then he beats me up. You know, it's great.
When I played football and had a runny nose, I didn't sit out until game day, and then I felt better. I practiced. Granted, I put a bandana in my pocket and I rubbed the snot off my nose. You come in and I got a cold sore. Can I sit out? I have no answer for it. As a grown man, I don't have an answer, so as a trainer, I really don't have an answer.
Mike Taylor, go sit. Well, you can sit or you can go stand in the corner.
Go ahead, sit. Mike Taylor's neck. Tony Santorelli's groin. Rebecca, brand new. Now she's learning what it is to be a little more physical. Now it's something in her chest, under her arm. Take a seat. You know, and it's a lot easier to, and I'm not saying it happens, but I am saying it happens. It's a lot easier to come up with an injury when things start to get tough, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get enough gumption or I'll get enough nerve to get back in there and it won't hurt so much. If you don't fight through it, you're never gonna know what it's like. So yeah, we had 8, 9 guys. Big George, 400 pounds, come out of that ring and crushed his knee, indented his knee, you know? So that made the 8th guy. Sometimes it happens. And then, yeah, you sit out, you put some ice on, you get back in the game. But as you guys saw, for the time we were here, nobody got back in the game.
Take your boots off, tell Joe, no. What did I tell you? We had this conversation on Friday. I think on Saturday in the gym. I believe yesterday we had the same conversation. And then when we walked in, I said, Drew, you said, I got it. And that was a half an hour ago, right? Go tell Joe why you put your stuff on and you're done for the day.
Bill's Bill. You know, he doesn't sugarcoat it. But he's the best of the best. You're not gonna find a better trainer. And him and Dave, and you know, Al Snow as well, up at OVW. But Bill pushes me to the extreme, and I'm sure you see it. And I get frustrated, I get angry, you know, I get hot. Today I was really pretty upset in the ring, but that's what he has to do. That's how he implements it to me, and that's how I learn. So I wouldn't ask for any better trainers.
Jake, you could almost fit into my new headhunter enforcer mode. I'd like you to go to the back and tell Drew that you told me out of the building.
I'm supposed to come back here and tell you the being told to leave the building. And I don't really like it done in an experience manner.
Does that make me too?
No, you're cool. We
That's great anyway.
We actually need you back out for another reality.
Yeah, well, guess what?
I've seen it happen 100 times.
I wasn't happy with anything that happened today except when we broke for lunch. Because then that means it was over. You know, it's one of those things where if it's not working, then you just shut it down and you try it again tomorrow.
And feel Drew.
The price of gold has...
Yeah! Or you can reach us on the telephone at 404-817-PLAY. Yeah!
It's 6 a.m. and the sun is getting...
I love being in front of the camera.
Hello, Shanton. Oh, I almost called Shanton.
Dan Rodheimer. Kind of a big deal.
That's it.
That's you.
That's
You know what I
me.
mean? And then I'll say my little thing, and then You're just gonna talk about how you're undefeated and you want me to accompany you to it would be your pleasure. I would grace you.
It would be the easier thing to do with this segment.
Make Dan the chick and meet him?
No.
Oh.
Not do it.
See, I am currently the number one on your
You could have gone with that.
You're a jacked up William Shatner. You had to get the farewell speech from Klingon in there. You homo. Damn it.
Damn it!
It took me the whole time to figure it out until he's going, oh yes. Angel Williams, I think after I win, Spock.
I am not Captain Kirk.
No he got it one take.
I love to act. I love to entertain, love to make people laugh.
Why don't we go out there now? I thought we were just gonna end it right there.
That's good, you can end it there, right Neil?
I told him, I said, take me.
No, that's you can end it right there.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Much better, Dan.
He's in the flow, and we can use
Tonight, did you notice the tonight? The tonight? I have it tonight.
I'm Dan, I'm a big deal. No, I'm a big deal. No.
Why? I am the big deal.
You know, it's a 50-50 take. You know, you gotta be able to, you know, get in front of the camera, and you also have to be able to, you know, get it done in the ring.
Come out from inside. Actually, break out.
Big deal. And then I'll say my right? And then you're like,
You say my company.
you go about how you're undefeated. Be like, you know, I don't know if you know, but I am currently undefeated here in Deep South Wrestling, and it would be my honor if you would grace me with your presence and accompany me to the ring tonight. And I'm gonna win my match. And I'll be like, oh, you know, I really like it when men do things to me. I mean, for me. My bad. And then we can end it there, or you could be like, you know.
I didn't even notice him doing it. I didn't even know him do it.
Yeah, but the first time you're like, you're so.
The one thing I would change about my...
Oh, and also, friends don't let friends drive drunk. Mad TV.
Yeah, I had a couple takes prior to that one, and I knew that I had to get it done on that particular one, so I was all ready, had all my lines prepared, and sure enough, who walks in but Dusty.
What are y'all doing? I'm watching Dan Rodheimer do his best impersonation of William Shatner.
Can he do it?
Yeah, he can do William Shatner great.
I'm like, oh, God.
The biggest challenge for these guys, the kids that are in this era now, is not having a place to learn their skills, except for Deep South. Not being able to go out and, you know, be in front of people 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. That's big. I mean, that's the only place you're going to learn. You're not going to learn by. You'll learn, but you're not going to learn if you do it once every 3 or 4 months. You know, that's why Deep South is so important. OVW or the WWE to get to the show. The importance of this place is opportunity for them to learn their trade in all aspects, whether it be talking, walking, chewing gum, you know, whatever it is. So it's a lot harder than people would think to make that dream come true.
I told Dan and Jake and George, they all came in at the same time. I said, about the first 4 to 6 weeks, which is right where we're at, you're gonna get everything and you're gonna pick up on it, and oh man, you're gonna want more. And then about that 8th week, there's gonna be a bad reality check and you're gonna hit a big speed bump and it's gonna slow your way down. Well, here it is, about 6 weeks, and Dan got a little frustrated, and you threw me out. No, you know, classic trainer-athlete thing, and okay. When did you come to me and say, well, why? I didn't have to before. I caught on to everything. I've got it, you know. Yes, he has it. And he's gonna be a star.
See what he's got? Make sure mine's better.
Future for him is like ridiculous. He's gonna be buying me a lot of red meat.
If you're big stall bound, it's a long, hard ride, you know what I mean?
Dan can't be any other way than who he is, and you just have to take it for what it's worth. He's a good guy. He's not everybody's flavor of ice cream. I went over the top rope, banged my stuff up pretty good. That could have been out.
Oh, God, help, coach.
Hey! What's wrong with you? Huh? Come on! Get it right.
And warming up turned into shutting down. So the more we did things, the worse it got.
See, I am
You're a jacked up William Shatner.
If you're big stall bound, it's a long, hard ride, you know what I mean?
I'm Dan Rodheimer. I'm kind of a big deal.
Let's be honest. I mean, came in, you know, there's a lot of animosity towards me. I mean, I'm a lot bigger.
Because Dan looks so well.
Amazing physique.
People sometimes have a misconception that he's in great cardio shape.
Incredible athletic ability.
He's not.
Wrestling is the #1 thing, but it's also personality, size, look.
And a face. Face unlike any other.
Dan is a good guy, and I think he gets a lot of heat for being on Fast Track and being happy about it.
As long as I can get the wrestling part down, I'm in good shape.
He's getting there, but yet he hasn't turned that corner cardio-wise yet. And that is preventing him from turning that corner physically with stuff that he does in the ring. There again, we're going back to the old Rolls Royce. He has a great camera presence.
See, I got all the core ingredients.
A very outgoing personality.
The biggest thing that's hit DSW wrestling ever.
He has a tendency to want to emulate or duplicate things that he's seen guys years and years ago do that doesn't really fit him.
Or I'm on the fast track, but I act like I have no idea I'm on the fast track. There's a difference. He's like, I'm on a fast track, yes. I'm like, what, fast? Who's fast? What am I doing?
And a lot of the superstars that are in WWE that I had a hand in developing their persona, what you see is what you get. When you see Triple H doing an interview on TV, that's him. Steve Austin, the same thing. To me, those are the most successful and the greatest characters in the world are the guys that are actually just portraying themselves.
This is Rodimer, and that's the big deal.
And Dan can't be any other way than who he is. And you just have to take it for what it's worth. He's a good guy. He's not everybody's flavor of ice cream.
That's right. I'm Dan Rodheimer. And I am the big deal.
Tired of spending hours and hours ironing out wrinkles? Fed up with burning?
In amateur wrestling and professional wrestling, you have 5 points of balance. You have your 2 arms, your 2 legs, and your head. In amateur wrestling, the object is to capture and control one of those points of balance.
Mike Taylor going right for the legs of Bradley James.
In professional wrestling, the generally accepted rule is you capture one of those points of balance and you attempt to destroy that point of balance. It's great if you've got size, but you got to have ability to go along with it. You know, the old adage about a real good small man can always beat a mediocre big man. You know, and the difference gets equalized when you've got a real good small man up against a real good big man. Then the size makes the difference.
Right now, Tony's just a soup sandwich, and there's nothing Dave can do, nothing I can do, there's nothing that Joe can do, nothing Vince McMahon can't come down here and say, listen, you're going up there and it's going to be better, because it won't.
Now watch, you wankers! Get it! I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Come here, die! Right there! There you go!
If you can't do it, you can't do it. You know, there's just a mental block, and unfortunately, he's just gonna have to figure it out for himself. You know, and time's an issue with these guys. You know, there used to be 3, 4, 5 years in a contract. Tony's into going on past a year and a half. And at a year and a half, you should already be thought of or being looked at to be called up. So he's a mess. I like the kid. But when he hits that mental, it's like anything else, once you do it, repetition here goes one of two ways. You do it great, you pick it up and you figure it out, and then you move on, it becomes great, or you just keep psyching yourself out. And right now, he's, the light's always red for him.
It's not our decision to fire guys, just like it's not our decision really to hire guys. They carefully evaluate people before they do that, and even sometimes they might even bring them up and put them on the road and put them in, not on TV as much, but put them in the house shows and stuff to get a better look at them, to see if maybe they're, you've heard the old saying that, yeah, this guy, he doesn't practice well, but he's a game player. They may not practice all that well, but when they get up there and they get actually under game conditions and so on, hell, they get out there and they tote the mail.
I was 37 years.
You! Yes! You!
Oh, too much. Oh, yes, it's gone. Oh, my goodness me. Dramatic looking incident. Almost held it there. Bang, that was the big impact. I bet they felt that right to the tips of their toes, those two drivers.
Headlock is a basic wrestling 101. It's footwork, and that's where Rebecca is stuck for now, because Rebecca is new. And some women don't catch on as quick as other women, but women, not to sound goofy, don't catch on as quick as men.
12, 13, 14, get your ass down, Rebecca, 15.
This is a different game in here. It's different than where Rebecca comes from. She's a spokesmodel. She's a, she's a runway model. Don't get me wrong, beautiful girl. And she's got a ton of heart. And now she's at the point where, same as Dan, different level. Well, I'm good at everything I do.
But this is different, and now she's finding out. So now she found the harder she tries, the more she's straining. Girls are built different, girls hurt different, you know what I mean? But until you conquer that one, you're not gonna learn the dipsy-do and the la-la-la, because everybody wants to come in here, and these are the funnest things in the world from here. But when you're in there and hitting them, and you've seen the marks, you've seen the scrapes, you've seen what happens to these guys on a daily basis, there's nothing forgiving about this goofy ring. And that's what she's starting to find out now. Oh, maybe I do have to concentrate more on this instead of who I'm gonna be when I make it. Now it's time to figure out who you are and how we're gonna get you there.
You know what? Who are the only ones who knew that you hit the ground first?
Me and her.
Yeah, but did you get hurt?
No.
Did the move stop? No. There's your creative freedom to do whatever you want.
And wrestling's a natural instinct. It's something that has to come natural, because now with 30,000 people and the McMahons or the Assassin or Bill DeMott watching you, half your energy's gone in just excitement, you know? So now you gotta rely on what you know.
Flip it! On your bellies. Flip it! On your belly.
And you do things 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. We warm up, we do these certain drills, you know, or routines or whatever they're called, because it becomes instant. You crawl, you walk, you run. You learn things, you learn things, you learn things, and just when you know it all, we're gonna go back to the first thing you ever did when you got here, which is hitting the ropes, which is falling, which is, you know, learning how to bump. I'm a firm believer, and if you do it over and over again, by the time you meet someone that you've never met before in your life, whether it be Japan or anywhere else, repetition makes instinct. Instinct keeps you safe. That's the only way we make money. I'm a firm believer in repetition.
Tony's having a mental blockage.
Go get him. I could never get hurt in the wrestling ring unless I allowed myself to get hurt. Sonny got smoked today. Smoked.
All right. Oh.
If he's not black and blue, his whole side, but you saw the instant like blood blister forming like pretty much his whole face, which in the back of my mind I thought was the funniest thing I've ever seen, because I'm old. I've seen it, you know, and it's one of them things where he's sure of himself, but you're not sure of the other guy.
Eye or head, Sonny.
Man, have a look. Look up, Tony. Look.
Look up, Sonny. Look at Dave.
Yeah. Oh, it's right across his nose and cheek.
Broken?
Could be.
Then again, it goes back to Rodimer, 20 minutes. You don't know what the other guy's capable of doing, so you do everything the right way. Do it the way Sonny knows better. I think half of Sonny's thing was he knew better. He took for granted, okay, this other guy can do it. Sonny got smoked. As a training standpoint, you always go after the guy who's unsafe, which was the guy who smoked him, and then you quietly remind Sonny that you know better than that. You know how to protect yourself. Because we drill or because we do sequences, it just becomes habit. Oh yeah, I get it. Until you got a new guy in the mix who doesn't know what you're doing, comes off like a freight train and smokes you.
This is MAV TV, the network created for men, by men, about men.
Watch original content like MAV TV's new comedy series,
Whole World Theater,
with special guest star, the Governor of the Californians.
I know how to cheat in Kino. So I would definitely pull a fast one over the American public.
MAV TV.
Models and actors, join us for free at onemodelplace.com. Hundreds of thousands of models, photographers, agents, makeup artists, and casting directors are here. Discover and be discovered at onemodelplace.com.
Mav TV. Exactly what you ordered.
We've been here 16 months. When Joe and I walked into this building, there's no windows, no lights, no air, no electric, no bathrooms, no walls. We set the ring up, it was 120 degrees in here. Angel Williams was our only girl and she had to use the restroom 3 doors down. Not one time in that heat, because I went through it with him, not one time in that heat, and it was 6-7 hour days, did I ever think I pushed the button. I went too far.
Tommy, here's the risk. You sat down on the buckle, right? Go ahead, sit down on the buckle. You don't have what you want. Sit down. I come. Can't you come over the top of me? Do it. Come over the top. No, just jump. Leapfrog me. Land on your feet. You stumbled, right? You have no bounce. Here's your bounce. Do it. Everything's fixable.
My guys, when they come out of deep south, nothing that's thrown at them will catch them off guard. And I know, I'd like to think I know each one of them individually and as a group how far I can go before I do think I push them too far.
Very good. Very good.
I don't think I've ever pushed them too far. I don't even think I've come close yet. And they let me know it. Sometimes they go, Bill, this is crap. What's with the fluff day? Let's have at it. And then I go, okay. And then like they say, I take my glasses off, I take my tooth out, and we go.
Everybody just feels bad because Drew got sent home until he got the proper belt. Is that it? I agree. That's what I say. So give me the over-under. No, shut up. So give me the over-under. You're going down, right? You got to do the hip. You got to do it. Wait a minute.
We got to do the hip toss. We know where we're going and we're going to get there.
I'm telling you right now, you have to do the hip toss. If you ever plan on making it to one TV taping because you've already messed up tomorrow's, you will do the hip toss. Are we clear? And what's my problem?
A lot of the rope running stuff that we did, or running up the ropes. Luckily, Chantel's an amazing, she's like a luchador style wrestler. A couple weeks ago, she taught me how to run them.
You can do it. You said, do I want you guys? Go ahead. I'm trying to teach you something. You're becoming Robbie. I didn't ask that. By all means.
So I was waiting for a bet. See, because when you bet with Bill, you lose. But I knew that I could do that.
What the was that?
That was all the way up. I came down that same.
Sway. This is all the way up. That's all the way up. You got that? Coach, catch him. You see his spine depressed and everything on that one. His one hip is higher than the other.
And I had a good feeling I could do the nip-ups too. So, but unfortunately there's no bet there, so. And Bill knew probably that I was going to be able to do it. That's why he didn't bet me, because usually Bill always wins.
George's been here and he's been waiting to get cleared. Today he got his cleared with the, with reasonable, starting from zero again. You got the Bambi legs, and let's make sure we don't hurt your knee.
The doctor said that apparently I have muscles and bones of a large horse, but the bruising and stuff were so severe from hitting the ring. See, it's all flowed down here. I still have the hematoma right there. It's going to be swollen like that for a while. But here is good. And the biggest concern was over here, my ACL. They thought originally I had tore it because of the impact. So the doctor released me. I'm under discretion of Bill. It kept me forever.
Give it to me. Tell me, just tell me.
She's releasing me as long as physical therapy agrees today. I'm good. She said, and I quote,
Just getting your text message now.
I called you from the hospital, the doctor's office, and then my phone was off. So
The weird thing was the knee that is causing all the pain was the knee that was protected, not the knee I put back into place. So it's the opposite knee. They just drained the 10 cc's or 20 cc's or something out of his knee. So you're telling me you brought a doctor's note saying you come and play as long as what?
just as long as the physical therapy today, they don't have any problems. But
Do they have a problem?
they won't. I didn't sit in there for 2 hours.
So you're allowed physical therapy? But the bottom line is every doctor in the world can clear you. It's still my call. It's still Joe's call. It's like everybody comes and goes, I'm cleared. That's great. Go sit down. And they go, why? Because we don't. You're not cleared to go back and push carts or bag groceries. And that's not saying that job is bad. You're not cleared to go back behind a desk and be on a computer. You're getting cleared to go back and get physical.
I mean,
it's still my call, right?
It's still,
So we're still understood.
Yeah, but in terms of her, the hospital, we're done, yeah.
Give me a copy and give a copy to Joe. You gave a copy to Joe already?
No, I'll copy right now.
It's such a shot in the ego when the doctor goes, you're cleared. Yeah, but can you, it's one of the things, can you call the coach and tell him, I don't want to come with a piece of paper. That's my ha-ha. But I'll let George stew on it a couple days. But, you saw at the end of the day, he's just running like crazy in the corner. He's hungry, he wants it. He knows it was a freak accident. I'm glad he had the week to get his knee back, and he'll probably have the rest of this week too. But he'll be back, and it's just funny to watch their face when you tell him, yeah, it's still my call.
Because he tries to play off like he doesn't care, but he's a big. Matter of fact, over the weekend, I went to a restaurant, and I met these, ironically, wrestling fans, and they told me a story about this wrestler they met a few years back that was so nice and humble, and they couldn't believe how great he was. And they said his name was Hugh Morris. I popped because that's AKA Bill DeMont, so I had them fill out an affidavit and sign it. It's in my possession. So at some point I'm going to pull it up on the wall, but I wanted to wait for the cameras to be here. No, the cameras can be here for that because I'm going to need a witness.
My name is Alexandra McCall Sullivan, and I'm from Sacramento, California. Hello, hello. Right now I go to Chapman University in Orange, California, where I'm double majoring in philosophy and creative writing.
Oh yeah, right there.
I don't feel that I'm the average girl next door.
The best of the best too, only on MAV TV.
Working from home changed my life.
It all started when I was referred by this free service.
All you need is a computer and a little belief in yourself.
With all the money I made working from home, I bought a new home. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love the lifestyle my home business offers, and the money's great too.
If you're not working from home, then you're missing out on your share of a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I make over $7,000 a month working part-time.
I'm making $5,000 a month. Never thought I'd make this much right out of school.
I actually like what I do now, and I'm making more than ever.
Put your computer to work now.
My goal for next month is $20,000.
Working from home changed my life. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love working from home.
Ready for more money? Start earning extra money yourself by going to this website today.
Visit 89future.com now.
Want to meet a MAV TV bikini girl? Want to party with MAV TV in a guy's ultimate playground? Enter to win MAV TV's Bikini All-Stars contest. Text bikini to the number 70777 from your cell phone to enter to win. You'll also receive MAV TV bikini wallpaper. Winner stays at MGM Grand and parties at Pure Nightclub. Round trip air to Las Vegas included. Text bikini to the number 70777 from your cell phone to enter to win. You'll also receive MAV TV bikini wallpaper.
Stay tuned to MAV TV.
Right up, Dan, right up. It's just your arm. I always feel like I kind of trick them into doing what I want done. They like to jump around, you know. It's like the kid who likes to jump around. Everything you tell him, take a trash bag, and who can ever run and pick up the cans the quickest wins. That's my theory on it, you know. So okay, you want to jump around? Well, let's make it to where I get my footwork in and my timing in, and you guys get to feel like, you know, the Power Rangers. So this way you're all open. See where he's coming? It's hard. I know you're a lefty, but if you're coming at me, I want to pull you this way to me. We're training. We're breaking it down. We have a lot of guys that are different levels of experience. So while we're here and while we're teaching, tell me out loud what you do. So 3 years from now, when they're both WWE superstars and they're in the ring, then it's boop, click. It clicks. Yeah.
This is the licking ass part. See, what happens is you open your mouth, and this is the receipt that we're talking about.
It hurts so good.
Now what you want to do is stick your finger like right here.
Oh, I can't breathe.
You're talking, you can breathe. Relax. Relax. Relax.
Instead of you blindfolded, I watched this on Crocodile Hunter. Instead of you blindfolded,
let me just have Bill alone here. Oh, I guess.
Here comes the pain, Rodimer, yeah!
I don't think Dan fully understands the 20 minutes yet, but he's about to.
I'm Dan Rodimer. I'm kind of a big deal.
Dan is a good guy. He's not everybody's flavor of ice cream.
In professional wrestling, the generally accepted rule is you capture one of those points of balance and you attempt to destroy that point of balance.
Right now, Tony's just a soup sandwich, and there's nothing Dave can do, nothing I can do, there's nothing that Joe can do, nothing. Vince McMahon can't come down and say, listen, you're going up there and it's going to be better, because it won't. Wrestling's a natural instinct. You got to rely on what you know. It's such a shot in the ego when the doctor goes, you're cleared. It's just funny to watch their face when you tell them, yeah, it's still my call.
It was tough. I'm happy, but I'm not content.
I don't think Dan fully understands the 20 minutes yet, but he's about to. One. Keep it moving. Kick out. Kick out. Don't put your hand down. Kick out. Tommy, get Kofi in there. Good job. Good job. That's it. Right up. Yes. Much better. Much better. Cool. Okay. Come on, Dan. Loosen those feet up. You gotta go over straight, not sideways. Come on, Dan. Gotta move, Dan. You gotta go with what's happening. Can you do it? Come on, Chrissy, move him. Don't laugh at him. What's your job? What's your job? Make her look better, Dan. That's not doing it. There we go. Pick it up now. Pick it up. Timing's everything. Right up. Where are we at? Great morning. 6:57, man. Get up on your feet. Three. Come on, man. 4. That's not it. That don't count. Come on, coach. Move his ass around. It's not for you to be lazy. You got to work him out. Learn to work together. Almost. Come on. Work it out. Work it out. Don't quit. Come on, coach. Push up. Push up. There's 1. Come on, coach. 4 more. 2. Get up there. 2.
Pick it up. We got 11:30 gone.
Come on, Dan. You're killing my dealer. You're killing her.
Get over.
Come on, Dan. Throw that left arm through now.
15 minutes gone.
It's brutal. Explain it. By the end, you're gassed. By the end, you pretty much almost see God. That's the only way we kind of say it around here, where it's like whatever you got in the tank, it's gone and empty, and your instinct just take over, just go, 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 go.
Tired of spending hours and hours?
551-1616 Tour to the Conair Deluxe Fabric Steamer for just 4 easy payments of $29.95 plus shipping and handling. That's 1-800-551-1616.
I gotta say, that was not a grueling. That was like the longest 20 minutes in the history of the world. I was like watching paint dry, watching Rodham enter in today.
17 seconds gone.
Periodically, we go in and do 20 minutes. But see, since I with Bill all the time, when I bust his chops, I had it coming.
They're pretty good at policing themselves. And when guys start to catch a little bit of attitude or something, you have fun with them first, and then you smarten them up, like we say.
Okay. And I knew I had it coming. What happens is usually Bill will get in at the end for a good 5 minutes and really blow me up. So I was trying to keep that last 5 minutes in my reserve tank. But you want to jump in? I don't know.
I like that a lot. But there's lessons to be learned. The lesson today was you just crapped on 10 other people who were trying to, make you look good and you make them look good. Come on, Dan, it's getting lazy. What's your job? What's your job? Make you look better, Dan. That's not doing it. Instead, you're just trying to get through it thinking you're going to get to the big fat old man, which never happened. And will never happen to let it eat at him, because everybody likes to wear that little, I never Bill, okay, you got me, but I got out of it. It's not the point. The point is not getting through it with me. The point is getting through it with the people, the future of the business.
Well, I mean, it's just a beating. I mean, imagine you're getting the crap beat out of you for 5 minutes. Everybody's got into a bar fight, right? How long does that usually last? 5 minutes max. Multiply that times 4. And that's what that was.
It's not for you to be lazy. You got to work him out. You can't or won't. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, coach. This is much for you as it is for him. Come on. Dan's special like that sometimes. Dan doesn't see the big picture. So, and that 20 minutes was awful. There's it's 2 things you should get out of doing 20 minutes. One, you should come out of it when after you can't breathe. Your chest should be so swelled up because you did it. There's lessons in that 20 minutes, It's something that a lot of guys have to go through, and something that they have to learn, and they have to go through it a lot. We don't do that too much anymore here. To be politically correct, we don't do it, but there's times when a guy needs it. He needs a gut check. He needs to know that this is real.
I was 37 years old. I looked like I was 47.
See, bitch.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's kind of funny. Me and Jake. Jake, you can be in my shop.
I can be in your shop?
You can be in my shop. It's okay. It's not just called the big deal. Hey, you know, we go out, and people all the time come and say, my goodness, are you a professional athlete? I think this one would probably fit. I swear to God, I will try this on right now. And then they look at me and they say, you're a wrestler.
Throwing a couple of phone calls to Rodimer's fiance, and that's my day, you know?
It's funny because I don't have a fiance. And then you get his buddy, who's about, I don't know, 5'2", 100 pounds, soaking wet. Comes up to you and says, well, I can take you.
You're so strong, dude.
Hang on a second, dude. I don't know. Dude, where are you at? Oh, you're over there? Sorry, I can't even turn my neck. Well then, you know what I have to do from there? I bring in Jake. And what does Jake do, you may ask?
You know, I like to build for the climax. I'm gonna leave the audience wanting more.
He does absolutely nothing. All right, let's see how many Jake can get. We're gonna have a little competition.
Dude,
what you got, Jake?
You're going down faster than your sister. Can you say that on TV?
It's gotta go all the way down. All right, come on, let's get the count all the way down. Watch this, wait, watch. One. Oh, let's go this way.
So when I go there, it's not all the way down.
Okay, this way right here. Oh, we'll keep going. That's 3. Come on. 4, let's go.
Oh,
you better get 5, at least 5. Gosh. Come on.
I hate you.
I think that's 10, 11, 12, 12 and a half, 13, 13 and a half. Hang on a second. This is my friend, Doug Basham. He's a WWE superstar. Doug Basham, how you doing? Hey Doug, actually, hey, I just want to tell you right now, I'm being videotaped right now as I'm talking to you. I actually just introduced you to the rest of the world. That you were calling me. I mean, now I do feel like a big deal. What the heaviest weight's on here? Jake?
It looks like 150, Dan.
I believe that would be the 150, Jake. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight.
But you wish you could count that high, don't you, Dan? Delta, a little blowing up. See what you want to do is get that striation going down. When you go back, that's what you want to work for.
This is what I have to put in with day in and day out, okay? You gotta be strong to be in this business. It doesn't come easy, by no means. Come in here day in and day out. Not for the faint of heart, I will not. Actually, I think his sister's coming to town tomorrow.
You know, that's some heavy labor.
The only thing is, she kind of looks like him with a wig, and
really good.
I wrestle with him enough as it is, so I don't know. I have to push her off to the curb.
You know what, Dan? Rodheimer.
I'm sorry, I got a call. It's my agent.
Hi, I'm Freddie Spencer. I would like to introduce you to my riding school here in Las Vegas.
It's funny, I don't even write evaluations anymore because Bill speaks for both of us. he sends me a copy of what his evaluations and so on, and I read it, and there's nothing for me to change because we agree on almost everything down to the most minute point.
I want you to blow him up, rocking up, moving his feet. Do not come right here.
And I think no one works as hard than Bill. I've never been to OVW, but from what I understand, they don't do the things that we do. So for me, doing the things he does here, and I'm not getting carried out of here after practice every day, you know, I'm only gonna be better.
You know, Deep South, there was one thing I learned is that Deep South here, they're not here to make friends. You know, bottom line is Deep South's here to make superstars, and that's what is gonna happen, regardless of whether people like it or not.
I'm telling you, keep playing that camera. Go! I got fed up with it. You don't see Drew upset about it. Set!
Once you get to this level, it's a business. And Bill and Joe and Dave, like, they were very important in teaching me that it's a business and not to, you know, wear my little feelings up here, because I do. I get my feelings hurt. And that, I can attribute that all to Bill, basically.
Good lead, Chrissy, good lead. Get higher, Brooke, as high as you can, girl. There you go. Set, go.
Bill there's a couple of things that Bill does as far as the training, actual physical training is concerned, that I don't do. But there again, there's always more than one way of doing things, and I evaluated what Bill was doing and the way he was doing it. It's not necessarily wrong, it's just not what I would do.
All the way down, Dan, get your head up.
But as long as he's getting results out of it and everything, then I leave Bill alone, you know. Bill does a great job out there for me.
Time. What was wrong with that?
There is so much more to wrestling than actually wrestling. And Bill especially taught me so much about that outside part of wrestling. And my first few months here were hell. I am not gonna lie. They were hell. But everything that I went through made me such a stronger person for today.
On a personal note, I love Bill to death. And I would trust Bill. Bill's one of the few people that I have ever met in this business that I would, without question, without doubt, I would trust him with anything that I have. And I can't say, to me, I can't say any more about a friend.
I hate it when everybody's in the same room. I hate it. They're standing there, everybody's sitting around talking in the corner.
Most things that happen here are people get their little egos rubbed the wrong way because Bill's a little rough around the edges sometimes, and he doesn't scream and holler at anybody.
Dan, you get him somebody. What's in it for me? Under Armour's not underwear, bitch. Next two. Get the out.
But you show somebody something a half a dozen times and then they still go out and they do it the wrong way, you get a little perturbed with it. I get perturbed myself.
Hey! What are you actually going for here, Dan? Mike Taylor, go sit. Get your head out of your house. I think it's because you swallow that gum every day. Fix those hands, Jake.
When they're working out there, I got the monitor on in here, and I'm monitoring everything that goes on out there, so I know what's going on.
Oh, at least that time you didn't go. If you're doing this because these TV cameras are here.
Every once in a while, you get some crybaby that comes in and says, you know, I think Bill hates me. He's always talking down to me and this, that, and so on.
What did I tell you? We had this conversation on Friday. I think on Saturday in the gym. I believe yesterday we had the same conversation. And then when you walked in, I said, Drew, you said, I got it.
And I said, well, wait a minute. I got it right on tape here. I said, I'm taping all this stuff.
Go tell Joe why you put your stuff on and you're done for the day.
I said, let's play the tape.
Everybody just feels bad because Drew got sent home until he got the proper belt. Is that it? Charge him. Charge him. Go to take his head off. You know how to catch him on a cross body. I'm telling you right now, you have to do the hip toss.
When people are tired, they know they're screwing up, and they know that they're about to be reprimanded for screwing up.
Come on, get up the right way. You should be holding on to her, getting up. Corkscrew, corkscrew. That's not doing it. Does Eric shave your legs too, or do you do that by yourself? Nair for gay men.
Anytime
that you are a professional athlete, that you can't take an ass chewing, then you need to pack your bags and go down and apply for a job at McDonald's or somewhere else because you don't belong in professional sports.
Are we clear?
The price of gold has changed. Now you can get extra cash. Recycle old gold scraps, gathering dust. Call the number on your screen for quick cash. The Gold Kit is absolutely free. Send old rings, charms, dental scrap, and more.
I got $600 for my scrap gold.
It's easy. Call the toll-free number now. We'll mail you the kit and payment information with a check to follow promptly. Gold Kit and postage are free. Your satisfaction guaranteed. Call the number on your screen now or visit goldkit.com.
Working from home changed my life.
It all started when I was referred by this free service.
All you need is a computer and a little belief in yourself.
With all the money I made working from home, I bought a new home. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love the lifestyle my home business offers, and the money's great too.
If you're not working from home, then you're missing out on your share of a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I make over $7,000 a month working part-time.
I'm making $5,000 a month. Never thought I'd make this much right out of school.
I actually like what I do now, and I'm making more than ever.
Put your computer to work now.
My goal for next month is $20,000.
Working from home changed my life. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love working from home.
Ready for more money? Start earning extra money yourself by going to this website today.
Visit 89future.com now.
Beyond the hype, beyond the Hollywood spin, only one movie tells the real story of Texas high school football. Introducing Power, Passion, and Glory, the real story of Texas football madness. Narrated by veteran sportscaster Pat Summerall, it's the riveting true story of the most dramatic season ever for the Salina Bobcats, the winningest team in Texas football history, as events force them to defend their champion status against overwhelming odds. It's a story of courage, inspiration, and what it takes to win. Nothing is scripted, nothing is staged, nothing is rehearsed. It's a true-life documentary reviewers have called filmmaking brilliance, a great film, and a story that will touch your heart. Go online to ppgthemovie.com or call toll-free to order your very own crystal clear surround sound DVD or get it on VHS. Call to order Power, Passion, and Glory today.
MAV TV.
The perfect wrestler is 6'5", 250 pounds, and never played a sport in his life. But someone who doesn't come from an athletic background and has to train for it and be reprogrammed to something they've never done before, when it's time to go, they appreciate it. And not that these kids don't appreciate it. I got Olympians, I got All-Americans, I got all state guys here and women that played every sport in the world, and they appreciate it. But it's commonplace for them to succeed. The perfect wrestler for me is a kid who come out of it, was watching it as a fan all his life and had an opportunity to come here and you mold him, because that kid's gonna hold on to it. That kid's gonna hold on to it and keep the business that he's been watching on TV, keep that wrestling with him all the time, and he's gonna keep that going. So then the next 6'5", 250 pounder who's never done anything and reads his story. He came from nowhere, I can do it. That's the perfect wrestler to me.
The All-American or the monster from the Midway?
Because then it's someone who's got it with them all the time. They're driven to succeed, nothing's been handed to them. Don't get me wrong, nothing's handed to these kids. By no means. No way, shape, or form is anything handed to them. But some of them are accustomed to being good. We have a roster, Raw, SmackDown, ECW, Heat, Velocity, the international tours, Deep South, OVW, everywhere you go. We're talent, the talent pool is unbelievable. But it takes so long to stand out. That perfect wrestler is going to be the kid who had to fight the All-American, who had to beat the All-Pro basketball, who had to beat the chick who was a cheerleader and the hot girl the whole time. You want the girl who comes off the street and goes, I want to train me. they come to me and say, train me instead of us going to find them. I want someone knocking down my door to go, I want to do what you did and what they're doing. How can I do that? And I'm going to say, that's a rough ride. You ready? And they go, yeah. And you know when they say yeah, if they mean it, or if they just want to play wrestling. And that's the beauty of 30 of these guys. None of them want to play wrestle. They all want it. And you start to see the competition between them. It gets a little heated. You know, like I said, same room, same people, 5-6 days a week. Damn, he's picking it up better than me. I better do something. Now they start to find themselves. It's not basketball, it's not football, it's not cheerleading. It's wrestling. It's competition. They don't hire 18 at a time. They pick one at a time. So that means someone's always going to be at the bottom of that list. It's competition. Amateur wrestling. It's a different technique. They wrestle at high school, college. Right now we have Jake Hager, All-American, Oklahoma. 2 years. Hesitant,
like
you know
I'm
what I
so.
mean? You're moving better, but you got that look like a
Like I'm thinking.
yeah, it doesn't matter which foot, just go, you know what I mean? You'd be thinking if you were running and something fell in front of you, you'd jump, right? Same thing, just jump. Don't worry about left foot, right foot. Fantastic amateur wrestler. Now we've got to reprogram some of the things he does to turn him into the next WWE superstar. Keep him there until he does something different. Come on, pick it. Pick it. Kurt Angle, Olympian. They had to reprogram. Brock Lesnar, All-American. Nationals. Jake Hager, Nationals. We're just going to reprogram them a little bit and then turn them into what everybody else wants to be. It just depends on how far they want to go to do it. There's a couple guys who had no business slacking off, especially a guy who thinks he's getting called up. I don't know about it, so he probably is because apparently he talks to everybody in the world. Well, then if you're getting called up, what are you doing screwing off? You know, you should be in here coming to go.